Hello, this is 69th lecture of the Semantic SEO course, and in this lecture we will try to understand our sentence structures a little bit further by looking at our macro context sections further. So here we always tell, give the definition of the noun inside this specific heading, and as you look at here, we tell physical performance from a medical point of view. So we have to tell from medical point of view because we talk about the human health effect for drinking water. In this case, if I just tell the physical performance from the first word seconds, it won't be understood what the main context there is. If I tell physical performance, it might be athletic performance, it might be different types of physical performance, or any kinds of actual context. But if I tell medical point of view, it will be understood from a certain point as well. So I am trying to give or adjust my context from the beginning. So since I was doing these type of things for the last 5 years, you can realize that this is nearly playing with the language model or the language understanding capacity of the search engine. We are talking to search engine in this area as much as the users. And if you play with the generative AI, and if you tell in your prompt, give me the definition of the physical performance from a medical point of view, you will see a different definition there and different word sequences rather than just telling, give me the definition of the physical performance. If you tell it directly, most probably it will be giving you different types of aspects whenever you ask it. It might be for athletic performance, it might be actually for football, or to be honest, it might be even for your sexual life. But when you look at this section, we directly adjust the context from here because this entire section will be just about the medical point of view. If you don't tell it, the overall relevance and discourse integration in this area, it will be lower. You should understand that every sentence has been connected to each other. How these sentences are connected and followed each other, it will be affecting overall quality. If one word sequence here is not properly adjusted, it means that this sentence will be less relevant, which means the next sentence will be less relevant, and the relevance of this paragraph will be affecting this paragraph as well, and relevance of this heading will be affecting the next heading, and the relevance of this heading will be affecting our overall macro context terms, which will be affecting this page, and relevance of this page will be affecting the next content briefs or the targeted web pages relevance as well. That's why we call it semantic content network, because all these things are connected to each other. So let's look at the second one. Energy refers to the strength and vitality required to sustain physical or mental activity. Why do we do that? Because energy might also mean actually oil or electricity or many other contexts that can actually be found. Even you can use the word energy as a synonym sometimes based on just motivation, to be honest. If you look at this one, water improves brain functions such as a concentration and the memory. So we directly go from this area because we have defined the water already. And in this case, actually, we directly focus the water and its effect for human health in the context of the brain function. So when you look at here, drinking water treats constipation that arises from the insufficient fluid intake, especially when one has diarrhea or fever, which promote the hydration. From time to time, you should realize that we use the word hydration and the hydration a lot because drinking water is opposite of the, let's say, the hydration. And whenever we actually talk about the benefit of drinking water, the hydration is something that we prevent. That's why it is always there. When it comes to the specific section here, we actually give the definition of the treatment of the constipation only from insufficient fluid. Because for these type of sentences, we can't directly tell drinking water treats constipation. If you tell it like this, it's a really wrong sentence, and you probably will have some quality assessment from the search engine in the future core algorithm updates. You should always tell that drinking water treats constipation if only it is caused by insufficient fluid intake. If you tell it because like this, it means that only reason for this specific disease is insufficient fluid intake, but there are many other reasons for that as well. And in this case, actually, we directly see a kind of comparison between mineral water, let's say magnesium content of mineral water and sodium content at the same time. And here we try to actually give these specific brands, and we give their specific, let's say, content, and we try to compare these brands to each other from different countries in terms of the benefits. And in this area, we directly don't put our brand only here because we try to actually protect our objectivity as much as possible in this area. So helps for kidney stones. Urinary stone, which is a synonym for this, are collections of mineral crystals. And here we give these crystals or minerals inside these crystals that occur in the urinary system and can cause significant discomfort. Kidney stones, which originate in kidneys, are the most common type. Then we give the definition of the kidney stone. This is actually a certain, let's say, context adjustment and connection to the macro context at the same time. Then from there, we actually connect ourselves to kidney stone. The next sentence actually starts with the definition one more time. It will always be connecting and continuing in the same way. Drinking water helps weight loss by increasing feelings of being full. And in this area, we can also mention one more thing. If you look at our specific headings here, we always tell improves, increases, improves, treats, helps, prevents. Because all these H2s are connected to main entity inside our actually macro context, or the heading one, which is drinking water, a type of water. And inside these specific definitions, we directly use the drinking water at the first specific sentence as the first word sequence. And once we use the drinking water, we actually repeat the words inside our heading, which means that we are actually increasing the specific type of confidence that the search engine can understand or extract from this heading hierarchy that we actually have. We repeat what we tell with the headings inside our first sentence one more time, while defining everything inside the headings and explaining everything here in a scientific way as well. If I go to let's say the ninth one here, the oxygen absorbed through the lungs from the surrounding air is bound to the red blood cells, which are dissolved in plasma, the liquid component of the blood that allows circulation. Plasma is 90% water. Once you tell this, basically you are telling that plasma, or let's say the blood, is actually 90% water, which means that water is already included in the first sentence. Even if you don't tell it explicitly, indirectly you are actually telling that one more time. And here actually we give our connection, and from there we continue. Plasma normally makes up 55% of the body's total blood volume. Maintenance of the plasma volume is performed by a complex system involving the renal and the neuroendocrine systems. Under normal circumstances, all that is needed to maintain the plasma volume necessary to remove the waste products and transport oxygen and nutrients is to adhere to the recommended by daily water intake requirements and to let our bodies to the rest. The important thing here is recommended daily water intake. One more time, it is actually connected to water. In every paragraph we define, we connect it to the other specific sections, like let's say complex systems or renal and the neuroendocrine systems. And again, from there we go back to the drinking water or daily water intake as much as possible. And since in our macro context area we told that 50% and 60% of the body weight, it is actually connected from that blood plasma water, let's say, percentage. It will be connected to our macro context one more time. So I want to show you one more example here. Let's say body temperature is a, again we give a definition, and from here water is essential for regulating body temperature. We connect it back to the water one more time. Electrolytes are blah 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 blah. We directly give actually its, let's say, definition and what it does. And once you mention the blood or blood second time here, the context of the word blood will be taken from the previous sections, which means it will be connected to the water one more time in direct way. And in this area too, in the human body, the most common electrolytes are sodium, potassium, chloride, or magnesium, calcium, phosphate, and etc. In this section too, all these potassium, or whenever we use the word potassium, it will be connected to the brands that we even have used before, if they also involve it. And one more time, directly it is connected to the electrolytes as well. It will always go like that. We always connect everything to the benefit and its usefulness, definitions of these specific things, and it will always be connected back to the actual scientific research, a kind of, let's say, percentage and unique image at the same time. Thank you.